Good afternoon, everyone. This indeed is not KOTOR. Well observed there, Baz. I was watching the Clone Wars series before this, but I thought, you know what, I have little over an hour left, and I'm feeling like a bit of factorio. So, what we are going to do is we are going to finish. We are going to finish the whatchamacallit, the last component we need for our rockets. You are not connected with power right now. There we go. Which will be very annoyed you can't shift click these. Which will be the batteries we need. It's basically the last component we're still missing, like at all. So yeah, should be good. I also took a look at the setup that C-Fusion sent me yesterday, but I'm not entirely sure. It seems like some of the configuration stuff is not right, so I'll need to ask him about that. So I already made the Helmod setup, so all I need to do is, well, build the damn thing. The only thing that I've changed is that I now have tier 4 chemical plants. So, yeah, so tier 4 chemical plants basically means it's faster. That's about it, it's better. We need quite a few components here, which is slightly annoying. Mostly we need a lot of metals. We need to make like a bunch of different catalysts, which is why we need so much. I need to check the actual recipe in a second. There we go. I just need to signal this up. Yeah, so we have a better we have the tier 4 chemical plants. We're just gonna need, because that's another that is another whatchamacallit, another speed module as well, and another productivity module too, which is really good in the components that need that, like the rocket fuel, for example. And I've ran around the base and also put in a whole bunch of whatchamacallit. I've put in a whole bunch of modules everywhere because we upgraded the assemblers, of course. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solids. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. And we need one liquid input, because this is recycled inside the factory, and these two we can make. It's a lot of water we need. So we need one more. We need a lot of water because we need a ton of sodium hydroxide here. And the best way to get that is through water. Of course. Let's see. So I hope I can finish this within the hour. I think in theory I should be able to. I could as well just make a fluid drop off here, since it's not very complicated. Should really make a blueprint for this, but they're really not that complicated. And there we go, because we need to remove you, and then we just, you're not even connected. That's actually pretty good. So we just make this plastic. So I hope everyone's having a good day. As you probably know, it is Christmas today, which means happy holiday cheer for everyone. Maybe. As I mentioned, I'll be going to my parents in a few hours, and I'll just, spend time together. Merry Christmas to you too, Baz. Of course. I need to set the components here properly. So we have silver, iron, copper, and aluminium. It's so fast this emptying is great. So silver we need the most of, so I'll make you silver ore, in fact. Minus, thank you. And then we make aluminum ore, whatever you want to call it. Then we have iron ore. Minus 28,000, and then we have copper ore. Minus 20,000. And then we have zinc ingots. I think we have these on the network. Ah, fun. So that's the one that I actually don't have yet. Interesting. So yeah, I was wondering how many more I needed, and the zinc is like the one that I don't have yet. Interesting. That could be a lot more work than I thought it would be. Fuck, wait, no, zinc ingots, right here. I guess I just never made it, yeah. Shouldn't be too complicated to make. Bah. Okay. Four. Okay, this shouldn't take too long, I think. I think I already have tier 4. Yeah, this is very simple. Alright, so what do we need? We need coal, sulfuric acid, and... Oh, please tell me I have zinc ore. If I don't have zinc ore, then this is going to be a pain. Yeah, I think I might have not made my zinc yet. Well, we're gonna find out in a second here. Yeah. Oh boy. We don't have this? Then it's gonna be fun. But I think I made all of the ores. Oh, thank God we have it. Oh, that makes me very happy. The good thing is I can immediately pump the zinc ingots into the next base, so I don't even need this one. We're not done with the zinc yet. We need one more component. Hey there, Dennis. It's going all right. Just putting the final touches on the factorio base here. As in, there's literally 2 more things I need to do, and then I'm done to get to launch a rocket. We're very close to the end here. There we go. Sulfuric acid. No, not sulfur dioxide. Yep. So Bob's Angels base. 70,000. This is indeed the Bob's Angels base. There we go. New. And there we go. Yeah, I just forgot I was missing one metal. This shouldn't take too much time to make. since everything's hyper efficient. So what do we do with you? We grind you up, and then we put that into you with some... What do you produce? Sulfur dioxide? I'll probably vent it. I think I can use it to make sulfuric acid, but not enough. So, could literally do that here. But we'll do that here. Just to be slightly sane. So the good thing about having such a small amount of machines needed is that the throughput is... Sorry, the issue is actually that you have ore processor and a pellet press. Is that you have such a huge amount of I think I have pellet plus 3, although I probably can make 4 already. He's going to mod to start disable the Omnimod fluids. Wait, what do you mean exactly? Going to mod to start and disable the Omni... Oh, it's an Omnifluid mod, okay. There was a mod that was messing up some things in the upcoming C block run. There we go. So I need to have a decent way to put this in. And yes, I do want extreme overkill here. You'll see why in a bit. You're gonna make zinc. Because I can't put in productivity, but can put in speed. And I am speed. That's not so fast, isn't it? Oh well. So then we put it into a chemical furnace. Pretty sure we have tier 4 chemical furnaces. Yeah, it's really annoying that it kind of takes a second to update that. Hey there, Owen. And that will take... Go away, to-do list. Compatibility mod and the Omni-Mood log are doing the same thing. And yeah, of course. Then you don't want those to happen at the same time. And this also needs oxygen. Oxygen we're gonna get from splitting air. I mean, which one we're doing? Oh no, we're taking the other route. Yeah, so we're first making you, and then I should put in oxygen. So we need an air filter. Pretty sure I only need one air filter, which then goes into a chemical plant to split it out. Yeah. So what I do is I'll just put a tank here. Let me see which side you're on. Put a flare stack on the other end. And then put an air filter the other end. But what's funny seeing you carry liquids around as solid items and belting water. That sounds extremely weird. There we go. And now I just switch to that and you should start working. Of course, it's not done yet. Where are my... There we go. There we go. You have no idea. Yeah, I can't imagine. That sounds weird. You should try it. I'm not sure I want to. So, sulfur dioxide can be used, but fuck the environment. So, burn it up. And no pipe. Well, actually, in a C block, I'm gonna have a, I'm gonna belt liquids. I'm gonna put like the metals on liquids on the bus. Because you don't have a train network there. So, or else you can do it, but that's not, you're not, like space is not a luxury until late mid-game, I think. I'm not entirely sure. So this then goes into 3 chemical furnaces. That sounds like a lot. 2. You have ships? No. There are no ships. So why? Well... Constant number of beacons. Well, I can have more. It's currently set to 3. But I can rise that, so I don't think I'll need more than 1. Wait, are you... and you're not a chemical furnace 4. Still, how many do we need of this? I should be able to show me how much we would need. A quantity 1.07. Yeah, so we'll be fine with 1. Bloody turrets. That's what you get for living on the frontier. Here. God, I wish I had more artillery shells. And the nuclear ones, I mean. Things weren't flowing into the pipes and accidentally pick up the fluid when hover. What? That sounds really, really weird. Freaking fluids as items. Yeah, so we give you some speed as well. Yeah, because you can't have productivity. If only, if only. Yeah, you don't affect it. So, well, I'll figure it out because I need to put something else on there anyway. Oh. And then you go into... Oh, as fuel. Well, we need a fuel, so sure. Then put it into a blast furnace. So, yeah, this is already the highest tier. So as you can see, like high tier metal production is not very complicated. And this should just have a fuel, which is extremely little. So this is, yeah, it's overkill, but hey. That's what I live for. So I would prefer doing it like this. So... a whole bunch of coal, can't do productivity, but can't do speed. So now I will need a little... I just need a little pick-me-up, if you know what I mean. Base is super luxury for you. I reduced sponsors to 75% and set biter camp size and frequency to max. Oh boy. Yeah, oof. Pollution is disabled though to keep you sane. Yeah, that would... What does pollution even do? It makes them attack you? Is that what it would do? So yeah, this is basically how I do the exporting here. So we just... What I'll do is I'll just put you all the way here. Oh, really? And then you just put a whole bunch of beacons here. Pollution triggers it. Yeah, exactly. I know it's... Yeah, okay, so it speeds up evolution. That I knew. Nah, but it doesn't speed up you as well, so I'll put you here. Just in case I want to use the other side as well. But you really underestimate how much throughput this has. But I think I'll need to check the exact amounts that that the other base needs, but I think it's like 13 or so. It's very, very little. Huh? Oh, oopsie. I think it's like 13. Let me check. Yeah, it's like 100 a minute. Okay, 100 a second is a little over one belt. First, let me go back here. 1 second, I need to grab my phone. This stream is basically on a timer, and the timer is my mom coming to pick me up. So I'll have to. I basically have until then. Having pollution off reduces Evo pretty significantly, and won't make weird death attack paths on the tiny islands. I mean, my plan for that was to just nuke them from a distance anyway. As a, you know, kind of do hit and run tactics, since I can't reach you. Yeah, that's exactly fine with that, of course. There you go. Is it even emptied? It is emptied out fast enough. Which means that you're not... You're not. We need more speed. I think we're already hitting 1 craft a tick. So let's see, the theoretical output of this would be just 9,000 a minute. And we are actually at 11,000 a minute, yeah. Would be kind of stupid if a Mark 1 turret can clear camps 10 hours in, yeah. So yeah, we're way over, so it's perfectly good. I really like being able to just do these stupid stuff with being able to do the kind of stupid stuff with like very simple setups. I actually want one more, so what I can do is I can copy you. And this will be the 2 belts we're going to route to the other side. I'm just going to ignore this one. And we have some of you. Yeah, it just eats through them. Huh. Are you really speed? It's like 16k a minute. It's ridiculous. You want to have extra raw modules in the mod pack. I enabled a different mod that doesn't allow it. Oh god. So there's no raw speed or raw productivity. That's a shame. Anyway, let's go drag over the 2 other ones. So how's the best to do that? We're not gonna need them. We're gonna need them near the end step, so I might as well put them here-ish. You know, I'll drag them over once I get there. We really are not gonna need much. Anyway, I'm just to have a little under an hour. This is what I need to make. And it might seem... There we go. You're playing with speed 100, so I doubt it'll bother you much early game. That's true. So this is what we're going to need to make. So the final product takes 4 inputs. One of them I would really like to make adjacent to it. This one is going to be slightly problematic. Just because of the quantity, but since it's like 100, my 1 belt can transport 100 items or 75 items a second. This is... Oh. So I'll be splitting them out over 6, that's fine. You left helm. Oh, thank you. To be fair, if you have confusing recipes and not a helm mod, it's very annoying to get a good overview of some production things. I think we should just start with this, because this will take up the most space. So I think I'll just start that below here. So what do we need for sodium hydroxide? It'll produce in the end a whole bunch of belts. It says you need 40. Oh, thank God I don't know why that reset. It's also a tier, it should be Mark 4. We can even have another one. There we go. We'll need 2. I will probably make it a few more, because if I recall correctly, throughput is a huge issue here. Like, as in, like, these things, they are very limited. They have a single input, so they're very quickly limited by their water. So what I will do is I'll just chain these. Since there's 2 in a row, this goes to saline, saline goes to that. Because that's, ironically... Is it faster, actually? Give me a quick check. Oh, well, never mind. I could just do that. Yeah, we'll just do this. So we'll need 7 of these. They all take water. But this, I'm not entirely sure this will actually work. Purely because their input speed might be so limited. So I'm actually gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. So I'll leave this space to expand if need be. And these will all get water wells. Water wells is something that I also won't have in the other run, but I mean, there's gonna be water everywhere, so that really shouldn't be an issue. Why are you not making anything? Yeah, single input. It's a real pain. And then we'll just put a line of beacons here at the back. I also had to fix so much crap. I don't think I did it on stream, but I had to fix so much crap here. Is it still broken? Yes, it is. Ah, fun sickles. They changed a whole bunch of recipes here, so I don't know what's broken now. Because they like changed the output from this from crystal shards or leftovers to dust, which wasn't filtered out properly. So it ended up clogging all my lines. You're not producing enough big ones. I need to go fix that. Like, right now. Because that's a pretty big issue. It seems that they just clogged up. I didn't think it would happen for a while, but it did. Thankfully, it shouldn't be too difficult to fix. Yeah, I know we're taking this roundabout way. Get it? Because we're taking an extra roundabout. So see this here? It only takes from this, but it always gets put on the far. Let's see. There we go. I just need to empty it out. It should... I need to set... Okay, I know what I can do here. I can actually make it so it cycles through the near belt first. Oh, crap. I'll filter those out here at the end. let's see. Yeah, see how it still takes from that one first? Hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's no longer bugged. I think. Still takes from that. Does it just always default to the other side? How would I, in God's name, flip the lanes? Well, you should now take from that side first. So I could kind of do something like this. No, you do the same. If you always take from the near side first. There we go. That is ugly as fuck. But that will solve my issue. That's a weird one, though. I don't remember that being a real issue. Yeah, so now this will work. The back is basically a backup for if it never gets enough, but it's all completely filled up. And this puts it on the correct side, so this basically makes sure that then the far side is always filled up. All right, let's go back to our regular scheduled program. Maybe I should remove my stream from tomorrow morning, because I won't be streaming tomorrow morning. I need to fix these names as well. You can see more of my amazing naming schemes like zinc ingots, zinc coal, zinc, zinc. There is Advent of Coal, but I will be at my parents'. What's the proper name of this battery again? Silver zinc. Yeah, just call it battery 3. Yeah, the thing is, the 25th day is a bit. You never really know what it's gonna be. So it could be a very short one. You name everything with just numbers like ASCII bit values. That sounds awful. B3A alu, B3 aluminum, or whatever. Right, let's go continue this. So all that saline water, so all this, then goes into. Yeah, exactly. Day 25 is not too hard. This way you don't have to reject. Kill me. The water we can get elsewhere. So what I need to make is I need to have an electrolyzer, which then, I think I may have spaced this too close together. Because what I need is an electrolyzer with a crafter next to it. Sorry, so you will make sodium. Wait, what? Oh yeah, your electrolyzer. My bad. Tomorrow will be a 5D hexagonal game of life. I just saw the comment. God, I really don't understand why he's been using that so much. It's not bad, but it's just a bit weird. So yeah, this needs an electrolyzer, which is very simple. Just use purified water and you ditch the rest. But it is a lot of work. So what I could do, I don't want to bother with backflow. Yeah, screw that. So what I could do is I could do like this. Conway died this year, so I think the Conway cube wasn't homage, but still, it's not. I really liked it. I liked doing a Conway cube 5D game of life, but it was a bit repetitive after like the third time. So, and this it's solid in, solid out. So I'd have to do an in out. That's awful. What did I do? So I had to do sort of the exact same thing before. Right here. So what do you do? What's your recipe? Wait, sodium hydroxide is already in you? Oh. That one's way easier. Why did I not use that one? I think it may have required a ridiculous amount of things. I don't remember. So, saline water. I think I did look at it. Yeah. Then I was like, huh, how many will I need? Okay, 9 is really not that bad. Yeah, this is way better. So we go 11 to 11. Each one gets their own. Yeah, kind of literally that other setup. Oh yeah, and we can then switch to saline water. Need to count. These are 7. I need 11. Good God. Good God. All right. First of all, let's. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we need 11, so we need 4 more. Lift cliffs on your tiny islands. Can't let your tech get useless. It can be interesting. I like the chairs, for example, the neighbors of the first chairs. Yeah, that's neat. That's like a real neat twist on the neighbor rule. I like that. But I mean, today was, yeah, a bit too similar to the other ones for my taste. So how much do I need to get from these? Just 300? Which means I'm gonna get a fuck ton of belts from these. So you should also get less than 1 belt, which is good, I guess. Thought the bag day was interesting, just to see Nitro break down. Fuck me, solving that day, like, instantly after was such a goddamn pain. Spending hours on that mess and then like, oh, just do it in 40 minutes the day after, in the afternoon. Jesus Christ. I mean, breaking down with the reject, that was a oof. A hex grid game of life is just add 2 more adjacencies and you're done. The thing is, the parsing of the walking could have been interesting, but I just copied my code from 2017 because it really wasn't all that. It was like identical, sort of. It was just orientated just slightly different. So what I can do now is do. We'll have our bells. Because then I can fill the gaps with beacons. Because there is no kill. Like overkill. Can you reach these still? Yeah. Gotta love actual coordinates. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't write it that day already, it would have taken me maybe 5 minutes more, since it wasn't exactly complicated anyway. Yeah, if you want to be truly horrified, go check Hamster's code. It's absolutely awful. Just like, it works, but the way he does it is... Oh, man. Zap. So that's done. So we have our sodium hydroxide, which is the final product, so we can leave this for now. The next fun one will be making nitric acid, which is a lot of work. So this requires, so I think I can do that here, since I need mostly these are like the only places these catalysts are really needed. Nitric acid, yes, indeed. This will get both sides because it needs both sided outputs. These are just catalysts. Is that an 8 nested for loop? Yes. To be fair, half of that is the looping over the neighbor things, which is fine. But like his for loop to get all correct coordinates is disgusting. It's truly disgusting. Take the min and max value for your 3 x, y, and z values, noting the z value isn't even needed, and then basically saying, oh yeah, only the x and y, then like do a check to see if it's even a valid coordinate, and then do a neighbor check on that. It is absolutely disgusting. Use something like that for Conway cubes as well. Yeah, but over the correct dimensions, because it's a 2-dimensional plane. You don't need a 3-dimensional... Yeah, because he's like... In any 2-dimensional plane, you will ever only need 2 coordinate in a repeating one like this. You only ever need 2 coordinates to describe what you're doing. And he is using 3. And that is just a big brain activity. Good grief. Anyway, what do we need to do here? Anti-brute, I like anti-brute force days. They're very neat. They're usually like, I mean, it's a bit of a shame I couldn't come up with the linked lists. The linked lists. myself in time, but that's the one I will still use. I use the 3D coordinates for 2017 because you didn't actually need to record the grid. I just use a pair in a map, and then an unordered map, and it's super quick to get all the possible values. So let's do this chain first. So that's just to get nitrogen, and we can discard the oxygen we get from here. So we need one. So let's do that here, since we know it's going to be fairly easy. Brute force the anti-brute force day. Yes. It only took me 2.5 hours to do. It's awful. It's fucking awful, that. And put it into an electrolyzer when we discard the saline stuff, right? It's used? Where do you go? Oh yeah, you are byproduct. Oh, that was so awful. Me on rejects. Hey, look, waiting for 2.5 hours for your solution is valid, right? Takes 25. Yeah, but mine took 2.5 hours. It's a little bit more than that. Electrolyzer, get out of here. Get out of here. Electrolyzer. This is gonna be very. This is gonna be the basic. This one. Because we don't need anything else, and it saves me having to do other crap. So the one here, so this produces oxygen and hydrogen. We can discard the oxygen since we get enough from this. Even that will overflow, so we can just burn this up. And the hydrogen should go into a tank. That's not very fast, but a few beacons can change that. And there we go. You should have waited for 40 minutes for your answers. Incorrect. Oof. I'm glad my first try on that day was correct. On the 2.5 hour ones, I really didn't want to wait. My goal for this year was basically just do everything in order, which I did. Let's see. So this this hydrogen is then used together with nitrogen in this process. So nitrogen, air, yeah. Just wondering where does the air start? There we go. We only need 22 of those. I still need to do 22 too. Which day was that again? So yeah, it goes into you. It's genuinely better to start over on it. The crab card game. Oh, use a linked list. Wait, why does 22.2 not work for you? Is it too slow? I have an. It's a bit cheaty, but I have code that I'm gonna work with as a reference to update mine, because I haven't ever. I know, like, coding your own linked list is probably like, you know, CS student 101, but I've never done it, so I'll take a reference there to do it for the first time. Got 25 minutes to finish this, by the way. I think my method of checking for infinite loops is too inefficient. You can use my method, because my method is, I think, pretty alright there. I basically, what I did is I took a method the other guy used, where my method was kind of the same. Just put the card numbers in a row, and separate deck 1 and deck 2 with a 0. And that's a string, and just put it in a set. I did indeed. Yeah, how strange. Look, well, look. Oh, crap, my speed, I changed my speed because I was waiting for... There we go, that makes it a little bit more sense. Yeah, that's what I did. My initial solution was to just hash it. Using the same stuff I did before. That works perfectly fine as well. So we do air separation. Like, they're all solutions that work perfectly fine. But using a map, but I didn't know how to use a 50 number pretty much. Hash it, that's one. That's what my initial solution was. Or do a string. String hashing isn't very efficient, but it, in theory, the theory doesn't need... It needs to do with every single turn. Just a struct that point to each other. I know. I know the concept behind it isn't very difficult, but the issue for me was that I just didn't use it properly. Like I didn't. I tried some naive solution that didn't work, and then in my mind I discarded the linked list. Otherwise, I would have looked more into it anyway. Hydrogen and nitrogen goes into this, and then that goes with the oxygen. So let's better to just pump. So it's nitrogen and hydrogen go into. Yeah, wish I could do that, but I can't. What I could do is I could do like this. And then the other one will go like this. So you are going to be making ammonia gas. God, ammonia gas, it smells so foul. Ammonia gas, and you're going to be making nitrogen monoxide. And that nitrogen monoxide then gets mixed with oxygen, and then you just water it. Yeah, so it's 2 oxygen steps in a row. Does that then get put into nitrogen dioxide? Let's see. I did use a neat trick I noticed where before starting a sub game I check if player 1 is the highest deck in the sub cards. Because in that place it always wins, doesn't need to be played out. Really? There's a chance another sub game is played, basically. Ammonia's piss, I know, it smells awful. My vector of a struct of 2 vector seeds. Yeah, I looked at your code. But I think that's what a lot of people do, just have a node that points to another node. So... Oh, fuck, really? You gotta be kidding me. You fuck. Why? Because that player 1 always wins, so yeah. Ever made artificial sweetener out of it? No, I'm not Nile Red. I'm not weird like that. It's correctly orientated here. Why would you flip it around, you fucking monster? Fun. What mod? I know there is a mod that lets you do that, right? Christmas Torio. Kind of. So now what I need to do is plug this in there. In theory... Just do that. Yeah, we just need to do the catalysts now. Gosh darn it, water. Oh, gosh darn it, water and flip. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, of course there, Owen. Don't worry about it. Good night. Thanks for popping in. So now we just need to do the catalyst crafting, and that's fairly simple. Merry Christmas to you, too. So catalyst crafting is not very hard, so you need green metal. And you need the red metal. And so as you can see, these actually consume a fairly low amount. I also always have empty frames. The amount you put in here is actually fairly important. Because if you do, you need to make sure that there's never enough to block the other one from putting it in. Because that becomes problematic then. So, based on your inserter stack sizes. Okay. Yeah, I just need to know. So the 12 would be? No, these can be less than 2. No, we just need to take a look in the end to see how much it fills up. I am kind of blocking one output here, but I can just belt it. Just get around that. It's not very complicated. That is that done. Sort of, I think. I think there's one more step I need to do. Right? Yeah, now I need to mix it with water. To make nitric acid. This is also an annoying one. What are you making? Last batteries. But here I'm making nitric acid. Which I really should have started doing centrally a long time ago. But I didn't, because I'm not smart. Don't think about it. The fuck I hate making. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing right now. But I have not so much time left, I think, unless my mom's gonna be late, but kind of doubt that. So what are you waiting for? Ammonia? Ah. There we go. Yeah, so this number never goes to 0, which is good. The reason why you also need a certain number for the recipe, it's like, it's 10 of those. But, there we go. Just to make sure, we need to produce about 30,000 a minute. And we have a little bit there, but I can always up that. There we go. So, of course, like hydrogen, for example, you can see it's going down, which means that you're actually not fast enough. Which is because... Yeah, so you are just not fast enough. But I think it's because you're reaching the tick limits. So, in theory, I could add another one, but it's fast enough. Because it's always running full tilt, basically. So that combined with this to make the silver... Yeah, so we need to... This is all what the silver is used for. So... Let's see. So we need... So let's do that here-ish. So what do you exactly do? Ooh. If you can, always do it right next to a tank. Silver nitrate. It really makes it so you don't have to fuck around with pumps at all. And we have a what do we put in there, right? So it's or processor. We go hyperspeed. And into that, the ore goes. Yes, I will do this completely overkill, by the way. Don't worry about it. There we go. Ore processor should be here by now. Silver nitrate, silver, silver, silver. There we go. So we've got my silver nitrate. And that then goes into a bunch of you. So you're actually fairly slow. Why can't it be more useful? So I feel like, I mean, if you're centrally producing it, yeah, you're that's gonna hurt. There we go. So we have 2 full belts, and that needs to go in 6. I assume you're just slower, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. We also need 100 of you. I think I'll pull 2 belts here so I can make 2 rows of like 2 rows of 3 there. How do I do that the best way? Let's see. Ah, okay, I think I have an idea. It's like 2 rows of 3, yeah, so that's fairly simple. Yeah, just don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. And then we have 1 output belts. Wait, how much do you produce actually? 100. Yeah, just put these on your own belts. I've got a better idea. I main busted to only realize it's... Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yes, this is complete overkill. I do not care. At this point, it really doesn't matter. Oh, Because what I can do is I can just do like this. There we go. So you're going to be making silver oxide. And, well, since you're going from the top, what I can fairly simply do is to do this. And then we just put in sodium hydroxide. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, you don't get your sodium hydroxide yet. Ah, because I forgot this one. There we go. And yes, these at the top will be a bit starved, but it doesn't really matter. So we have that one, and we just need you, which is extremely simple. In fact, I could overkill this a lot more, because we had a very similar setup with the other batteries. Something like this. Should actually just do that not with my own, so I don't get all this crap. Yeah, now it should also leave a big gaping hole here. I'll fix that by patching over it like anyone should. By doing that. Right, so what I need is sodium hydroxide as one component. So these two components will be belted in, and two components will come in via another belt, and plastic bars, which will be a liquid. And hey, look what I have here. Exactly that. So I'm going to be doing this here. The liquid is all the way up there, so I could in theory also do it here. And then I could, yeah, let's do it here. The throughput of that item will be extremely low, but I think I need one more. Yeah. So these will not be that. So I can remove those. Because you will just be these. Because you're going to be unrolling it. So you're going to be the other battery. There we go. You will remain plastic, so that's all good. And so basically what you're going to be making is zinc. From these, and the thing is these have productivity on them. So they are extremely capable in being fast. You're a chemical plant 4, yeah. So what do we do now? So I'll need some belts like this. So these will be my zinc stuff. So I'll do liquids all the way back here, so not to obscure anything else. Just for that, we're going to need the two of you. Yeah, there's quite a bit of space between these two. It's a bit unfortunate because the more undergrounds you have, the less efficient the throughput will be. So we'll have to see if that holds up. And these are our supply belts. So they need 2 of you and 1 of you. So with 2 of sodium hydroxide and 1 of the other, I have 1, 2, 3. So I've got 4 here now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got a few spares. That is great. So Now comes the fun part, though. It's going to be lining them all up. Oh yeah, you're going to be reversed like that, aren't you? Well... The reason why I'm lining them all up there is no particular reason. There really isn't a need to do that, but I think it'll look nice. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the main bus in my C block for solid items. Because on the one hand, you don't really have space to move things around. On the other hand, a main bus takes up a lot of space. No, no. Yeah, see, and I am doing this slightly wrong. This is indeed not space block. SpaceX is included in the mods, though. Just embrace the... Oh, I love spaghetti. Spaghetti is so tasty. Oop. I think I may have messed up here. Nah, it seems to be alright. Say that, but space block is a mod. I know. Doesn't surprise me. And we need one more. That should be all of them. Except for one, I see. There we go. Oh, by the way, Dennis, I actually, I was setting up... I was working on the setup for the Harry Potter game, and it turns out it is jank as all hell, as you probably would have expected. But not that, it's also... I was running the PC version, but it seems to be... It has an unlocked frame rate, but its physics are tied to frame rates. So I tried setting my monitor to like 60 hertz. I fixed like all the framing issues with like this resolution, and then I was like, this has unlocked frame rates, and I can't seem to fix it to 60. But not like Nvidia's crap, nothing else. So yeah, so like at the end of the game, Harry is spaced out because he's running around real quick. But like the physics are broken. All the dialogue is broken as well because like Dumbledore speaks super duper fast. And it's like his lines are all... No, sorry. He speaks in a normal rate, but his lines are cut off. And that's really annoying. Yeah, so we need a induction furnace and a strandcaster. That's not the right one. And a strandcaster. I think those games were expected on like 50, yeah, there's like a 30, I think it's 30 FPS even. But yeah, that's the issue there, unfortunately. Oh yeah, so we have... So one should be enough, right? 2 strandcasters, really? I sort of doubt that, but sure. Then I'll also use 2 of you. Cinematic 24 FPS, wonderful. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because I would like to get it to run. Maybe, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna see if I can find some stuff. I already saw some things like try setting it in your Nvidia panel or other crap like that. No, and I maybe, but I assume that speedrunners would actually would prefer, like, they would probably lock the game to a certain FPS to make it fair. Because otherwise it's one of those, if you have the better, pay more money for a better PC and you win instantly. One of those games. Oh, this works out very nicely. They want to see that gorgeous. I don't know how the PC version Hagrid looks exactly. Can't imagine it's much better though. I should do it right here. So now I can. But yeah, otherwise I might play the console version. The PlayStation 2 version maybe. Since that's, I remember that one probably. The thing is, like, the PlayStation and the Xbox, no, they're not the same. That's the thing. They are vastly different. And I don't just mean a little bit. No, I mean, like, it is basically just a different game. Because, like, the PlayStation and GameCube versions, maybe it was the Xbox, I'm not sure. They were, like, made on the engine of the second game. So they were released later, after they made, like, this first and the second game at the same time. So you have, yeah, that basically. You can realize what that would do. So I saw, like, a review. Oh, I didn't see, like, I looked up on the Wikipedia. It had, like, a review of the. So see how many little I have. It's not making them anymore. I'm gonna run out soon. Is it backed up again? No, that looked fine. So what's going on here? Did some of you run out? No, you have enough stuff. Did one of the recipes not get set? I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna head over there. Since there were some issues with recipe changes due to the older versions. Yeah, so they're completely different games, and they're not bad. They're just different, and I would like to play more of them, but we'll see. Like, I'm not gonna complain too much about having to play a different version, since I think the one that I have nostalgia for is actually the PlayStation version. Actually, don't need to do that, because we can just pipe you directly to the relevant one. One second. I think I'm gonna need to call my mom. Let's send her a message. If she's not on their way yet, I guess I'll have a little bit more time. Will she? If she checked her phone 5 minutes ago, I don't think she's online. Or, I think we may have had some miscommunication here. Let's see. You should go up here since you're the one that had only one line. Or she may have forgotten. I'm gonna get a message. Oh, shit. I'm supposed to pick you up? Sorry, son. Forgot about you. Which is not an issue to me. Like, I can finish this up. So there we go. You should be working. You are working. Great. Let's make a quick train depot for you to go into. Is that the right way around? No, it's not. Ah, she's a bit later. Yeah, so I've got a half an hour longer. So that should allow me to finish this at least. So better train pickup. Should I make this a double wide one? Let me actually quickly check what I needed this for. I think it was a subcomponent of the final rocket. Here you are. Yeah, it's really not that much. So one single train there should be fine. This is going to be battery 3. But yeah, so the Harry Potter games are a bit weird. You also have the Game Boy versions, which are completely different games. But so you have basically 3 versions. You have like the PlayStation 1, and the Xbox version. You have the PC version. And then you have the GameCube and the PlayStation versions. So let's see. So as you can see, these are all like, why are you not making anything? You're not getting any. Ah, I forgot to set your recipe, didn't I? Oh, wait, no, you're plastic. Fuck. There we go. Yeah, so see like this, you can merge these 2 belts. Although I actually don't think I'll need more throughput than that. But I'll see, because I think I looked a little bit online and people were not exactly helpful. They said, "Oh yeah, just play all versions." Like, what? What? I don't want to do that. That's why I'm asking. So they weren't particularly helpful. And there we go. We have our battery 3s done. So we'll check in a second if production holds up. Why are you idle half the time? Just buy a retro PC. Yeah, I just have one of those underclock buttons. Right, so our targeted production here was roughly 6,000 a minute. Yeah, we're a bit over that. One of those yellow ones, just with the yellowed cases. Truly, that would be great. All right, yeah, so we produce more than enough batteries. More than we could ever need. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh yeah, plastic is genuinely an issue with these. As in you just run out too fast. So what I can do is I can set this to actually require so maximum to 3 and minimum to 3. And then I can set the limit to require like 150k. The much after rockets is no, not really. That's fairly standard. So now there's a larger train coming with plastic. Since I have prepared for this scenario basically, but the trains empty so goddamn quickly. It's great. So when are you here? There's 2 of them coming, and there you should come around the corner. There we go. And she's gone. Yeah, so there's just there's science, and there's of course like the trick to having a higher throughput. So I saw the production line for you dry up a bit. And why is that? Ah, it's because the top side is fed. Yes. You're not fast enough. Oh, I'm out of speed modules. Yeah, we need to go fix the speed modules first. Because I already know that I probably should be using that one left. Actually, we can just do that now. Just do, what is it? The 3-to-2 splitter. There we go. But where does the sodium hydroxide go to? Yeah, you... Was it 4? No, 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 yeah, so it's these 3. There we go. So now let's go fix that. Yeah, so because all these changed recipes, and I did some... Yeah, what happened, another thing, is that I upgraded my furnaces, and for some reason it kicked out one of the recipes. So what happened is that all the contents were spilled into the ground, hundreds of coal. And then I had to manually set them back. So what are you missing? So you're missing... Polished emeralds. Okay, we're missing the gems. Well, that would explain something. The gems are a bit of a weird one, but I thought I had built up more of that enough of a buffer. Apparently not. And I love how you can see the difference between like my early training stuff and like everything afterwards that is still horrible but slightly less horrible. Yeah, I think I see the issue. And I don't have any speed modules either. But no, look, there's also no emeralds in here. Because there's no slurry? What do you need? Crystal seedling. But I had metric tons of this stuff. Oh no. Oh, I see why. Look, this was my buffer for that. Where did I get that from again? Where did I get that from again normally? Is it from you? Yeah, it is actually you. Look, I even have a little crystal dust here. Well, so it's both of them basically. But yeah, the issue is that I just don't, because I used emeralds. Look, I have thousands of this, but no emeralds. Oh, shite. I have crystal slurry. So do I need seedling here or is it just slurry? No, I need seedling. Which I can make from slurry, which I do here. Yeah, so slurry. This is slurry. Okay, I have slurry on my network, I think. Because I had the same issue elsewhere before. Yeah, crystal slurry pickup. So I just need to add a train station here. Jesus Christ, Nitro, what is wrong with you? Okay, we're doing the ugly way. Please, I know it's a crime against humanity, but forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. We'll do a big pickup. Yeah, don't think about it. I know, it's disgusting. Oh, I've actually made a mistake. See that? That I didn't do with the other one. Power you up, and then we go fix that. Yeah, because it'll always... No, there is... Oh, yeah, but they're all smaller than that. Minimum is 2. Yeah, so I could expand the station if I need to, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will. It'll just require multiple drives there to fill it up, basically. There we go. Yeah, now tell me it's way too much because each one of these can have 100k, so I could even make just like 200,000, just in case. There we go. Anyway, let's go back here. It should be fairly simple. Just hook it up. But yeah, so it used to be that my, well, you'll see it in a second, that the production there of veggies and just squishing them and then getting the energy there, that used to be my primary energy source, which is why I had so many, because they're a byproduct. And I realized later, hey, I can use that byproduct. So now I need to actually watch out with avoiding this, since I will otherwise always pump it straight into where I need it. Sorry, like I'm gonna like fill it up and then say, oh, I have so much, I have too many, and then I'll void it. I don't want to do that. But I can put an underflow here. Underflow. Top-up valve. That'll fix that. Because, like, in the rare case that I ever start producing that again, I would still like to not have it be backed up by this. Because then you're going to get the, oh, but I thought I fixed that. Or thought that never would be an issue. And then, hey, surprise, surprise, you idiot, it was an issue. There we go. So the thing is, gem production is not random per se, but it should only produce the ones that we need, right? Oh yeah, it tops them up to 150k, because that's what could fit in here. But emeralds should get priority here. Well, first of all, I don't have speed modules. Of course I don't. Oh, good grief. Wait, what? Oh my god, I know why they're not. Oh my god! I just never set the condition properly. Holy crap, I'm an idiot. They are filled with efficiency. Well, productivity. Oh my god, that's like the one that I missed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nitro, you moron. The beacons, I can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. Look, I set this to -0, which will always be true, because it'll be 0, something like that. Anyway, they need to be flown over. That'll take a while, but that should work, because all the other ones are filled up, so it's just gonna take a while. Yeah, production, no. So we're getting a few again, thank God. It's just gonna take a while, because my bots aren't the fastest. Because no repeated upgrades for bot speed yet. Fusion powered. Huh, I could actually do that, use RTGs to power my bots. They never require energy anymore, by the way. They'll never run out, it's great. However, upgrading bots is so much fucking work. Because there's like 4 subcomponents and they all are upgraded. So it means you're like, it's a lot of work, trust me. It's a lot of goddamn work. So yeah, just no speed modules now to hold up. So yeah, there are some on the way. Ah, there's -4 in the logistics storage. There's a few on the way though. We're getting more crystal seedling, which is good. Why are you not... Okay, you are just on the way. The limit of your trains can actually be like 5. There's not enough trains in my network. So let's do 4. But we can make one, damn it. There we go. Well, the only way to get this Adaptus Mechanicus moments when you look at the older parts of my factory. Why is it doing it and why does everything work? Yeah, I mean, this is already the reworked version, but it used to be even worse. Thankfully, for some freaking reason, we can stack productivity in these. So we get, like, so much more from a single gem. There we go. And now we just need more slurry. Which is you. So what I'll do is I'll just remove you. Nab you. Oh, your old factory. Yeah, like I used to have some fairly complex stuff to actually run things, and this is like super old. Like I haven't touched this in dozens of hours, probably even more. Oh, yeah, of course. No. The you need seedling, right? And that's you. That's you, people. Oh, was this when I still did the stupid thing of like having one water production thing for everywhere in my base? Yeah, I think I did. Where are my... Yeah, you. Need to check where those are made, because I think I'm running out. And now I can just simply... Pop. And now... You're not getting your purified water, because you get it from... What? Oh. There we go. I mean, I'm going to be playing a... I will be playing a... Whatchamacallit... C block soon. So that'll be fun, because then I'll have to do a lot of that, as I won't have trains for a long, long time. What are you called again? A clarifier. I make him somewhere. I just need to look that up again. Ceramic filters. So... yeah, you're sufficiently fast. Still missing the slurry, though. Seedling. Yeah, because you, of course, will eat everything up. Huh. Nothing is ever fast enough. That. That is true. So... we just need more water. More water. So no kill like overkill. That's better. Now that is a lot better. And, well, clearly you could use some speed as well. That's better. Anyway, we should have... well, we've been getting these slowly but surely. What are you missing? All the belts are full. It's an ingredient shortage. It's you. Let's go check what that... it went in down. Yeah, just add more. It usually works. Anyway, in theory, we have all the components we need to, so what are you complaining about? You don't have enough contacts. But, oh, yeah, contacts are on here. And contacts, just, you know, full belt gets put in. Well, not even a full belt. That might be the issue. This is the true spaghetti, by the way. The freaking modules production. Because I built this all in one go, from 0 to 8. It was awful. Yeah, I think my contacts are just, no speed. Yeah, like I even built these with like the old... So how the hell do I... so you're just not fast enough to produce a full belt, which is surprising. Does this game require a PC from NASA? No, my PC is 5 years old and it runs this at 60 FPS. So you really don't have to worry about that. Yeah, let's see. Is it worth the cash? This game is extremely cheap for what it gives you. Because it gives you so much. The issue is here, how do I... It's like 20 bucks, it never goes on sale. But for how much time you get out of it, it's worth it. There we go. I mean, I have 600 hours. Oh, yes, yes, all of this is modded. I am playing with a fuck ton of mods right now. There are really a lot of mods out there, trust me. The base game is fair. No, no, no. The base game is one of those games that gives you a fairly limited set of tools. Yes, in game. I could literally show you right now. So let me save. Speeds up by 5 times. Yeah, there's a mod that like compacts recipes, and there's a few other ones. But here, if I go back to the main menu, you have just a mods setting, and you have a lot of mods. These are not even all of them, I think. Yes, that is all of it is possible. Anyway, there's a lot of mods. I personally have quite a few installed. These are all the ones that are enabled. Actually, sharing mod packs is really, really easy, since you can. Yeah, there's like I have a lot more of things. I mean, like all of this is modded in. Yeah, this is more ores. You've got more things to work with, more metals. Like here's all the, these are the base ores. All of these. Then you can make it into metals, which are not here. Where can I see my ores? Oh, here, ore. Yeah, here. Yeah, you should start vanilla. You really shouldn't do non-vanilla, because it'll give you the basics. Like, how do you make a basic factory? How do you do? Yeah, there's a free demo as well, so you can try that as well. The thing with modded is just overwhelming, just options. And like, even I was extremely overwhelmed. That's why this save took me like 350 hours. Because at the start I was just bumbling around and doing really random useless crap. Anyway, now it's solder. This is an extremely inefficient design, I know. But it was built with like no brains, basically. I am lacking solder so much all the time, and there's no good way to insert it back into the system later on. So I'm kind of stuck with this trash. But it works, and it just always runs in the background. So right now, like, productivity is completely full. But this just takes time to catch up again. Also built, yeah, exactly. It was built, like, I built this before I had modules. So I didn't build, no, the belts are upgraded and such, but like, I didn't build this with like speed modules in mind, for example. So like, there's just beacons like haphazardly strewn around where I could fit them in. Like, none of them still have fully upgraded productivity modules, so I kind of just like go like this all the time. Yeah, exactly. The design doesn't take any of that in mind. But yeah, so like, can I make a fully complex automated? Yes, I don't know why you're so fixated on the dick, but yes, you can do that. Yeah, in vanilla, there's a lot of complex stuff you can do. There's like so much complex in this complex system. This game in general is just fairly complex. To post on the factory, yes, you can do that. It seems my slurry is running out, so I need to check that. Since it might be unbalanced emptying. Why are only like 2 of you running? Why are you running? Oh, there's just not enough water. What is going on here? What do you mean you don't get vicious mud water? Wait, what do you mean you need vicious mud water? You get it. Oh yeah, you get it from here. I think that throughput just might be too low. So are you... Yeah, look, it's so low. Do you just no longer function? No, you're just too slow for my demands at the moment. Hmm. Did you not? No, pipe upgrades don't matter. Because you can see they're pumping at full speed. It just gets used up instantly. So yeah, it just immediately gets pumped into here and it just immediately gets used up. Wait, you're filled with mud? Oh. Well, that might be one thing. That's slightly better, but... Yeah, just... You can see here, it pumps at a fairly high speed. It's just there's just not enough. And I would need to run more pipes or start training mud water, which is a pain. However, it is mostly... It's gonna last a while because it's filling up the buffers. My constant consumption is not high enough for that. It is all blocked up, basically. Why? Slag slurry should be set to... Yeah. Crystal slurry and slag slurry is full. So it won't void. Yeah. Okay, I see. I see. It's just too full. So just nuke it all, I think. Because it's not... I would need to have another connection to this check, basically, but I really don't want to do that because it's some annoying logic. Basically what it does is it checks if either of them are full, and if one of them isn't, then it starts voiding the other, basically. So that's why it's slightly more complicated. But this still works just fine. So we're producing slag slurry again. So crystal slurry, I mean. So this is basically how C-block ores go. You kind of get it from sifting mud. But yeah, there's no better way to make mud water. I think... Yeah, you can get it from mud. But mud itself can only be made from its lower versions. Which is what gets produced in here. Anyway, we can actually finish the issues I had with the other one and start and finish that up. And finish up the last battery production. God, I remember having to set this up. This was a pain. Oh yeah, I use nuclear. I produce more than enough, and I'm not even using the highest tier nuclear reactor. There's 3 tiers here: nuclear, plutonium, deuterium, and I already have deuterium. I have it made. I can use it very easily. Now you've run out of this. Oh, did I cut off something you needed? Wait, not enough oxygen? Oh yeah, I forgot. I overproduce nitrogen here. I forgot about that. Oh wait, we're not even using you? Oh wow. Completely forgot about that. Ha! So our real production is even higher. Or well, it's going to suffer even more because I'll be running out of the buffers here fairly soon. Yeah, see? Now they're running out. Which is good, because it'll tell me where my actual issues lie. So I think we're actually encroaching on the one craft per tick limit here. But what I can fairly easily do is just kinda... Can I really not fit a second one in there? No. Yes! So? Does it mean that I always need more? Dennis, you should know that. Okay, we're not maxed out yet. I want to see how much I produce with this last one here. Come on. There we go. $20K a minute. That is, as I said, more than we could ever need. Okay. Actually, I've got more time than this even. Where should I do my rocketry? I could do it here even. Since it appears I've got more space than I thought. Yep, can't shift click that. Yeah, thank you. You can't do that, you piece of shit. That doesn't work with those. So, well, I've got my rocket silo right here. What do we need? We need 5 components. Well, actually, we need... I can easier take a look here. So here we go. This is all of that I need. So for computers, we need one more component. And there's one component... wait. So we need RTGs and radars for our satellites. And we need the other... So basically, 8 things we need in total. So I don't remember how I actually made RTGs. Right here. Yeah, they're put in here. This is... Why are you not making any? Did an upgrade ruin you? Yes, you need satellites. Loot ingredient shortage. Oh, I messed up there. I never got rid of all the mud. Yeah, I know what I did. That was a pretty stupid mistake. Yeah, you need satellites. So I'll just probably get those all there. So see these, they produce mud. Oops. Oh. That needs to be a filter for mud. Could launch you, yeah, can also launch a bunch of fish. I also don't have the, oh, you don't make mud. Good to know. I don't even have the setup for space science yet. I don't have that to be inserted into there. And now output is full. So there we go. That's fixed. Yeah, I could recycle this, but I don't care. So yeah. So we need RTGs. And here we have our computer. Yeah, this is actually a great spot to do. So we have you nearby, we have you nearby, and we have you nearby. So I need heat shielding. I need heat shielding, rocket fuel, and RTGs. And batteries. So that's 4. Oh, wait. I've got you, I've got you, I've got you. So I need heat shielding, rocket fuel, and low density structures. And this will come over the network. As will you. Wait, no. You, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. This will be massive overkill, but I don't care. I would like this to look pretty because we're going to be launching a rocket, kids. So then I need my better trained drop-off. Do one here. Yeah, and I can have it like launch here-ish. Nah, I think I'm going to do it slightly differently. Yeah, crud. Needs to be 2 higher. This saves me quite a bit of vertical space, so I can make it look, you know, not ass. So what do we need? We need RTG, Radio thermoelectric generator. Let's make it minus 15,000. This is the only place we'll really need them. You will be low density. Low density. So here I need to watch out because you can only store like minus 10,000 of these. So let me actually check my LDS. You can store 7.6k. So you can only store like minus 5,000 here. You are going to be rocket fuel. What's the limit for rocket fuel again? 7.6. There's another one that's fairly low. It only stacks to 10, I think. So there's no LDS on the way? What do you mean? It's right here on the network. Yeah. Is it your train length? Oh, yeah, I made it a double... Ah, fudge. I made it a double length one. No, it's not trains. It's because this is a two... Yeah, so actually no. Remove the... Put it back. I'll just I'll just not make this. What's the other thing we needed? Heat shielding. No, it's just that it's so low density, I made sure it always took 2. And your heat shielding you stacked to 76k, so heat shielding minus 50. Ooh. Just means that I need a double length one, which is slightly more annoying. What's the best way to do that? Probably something like this. And then, yeah, do something like that. There we go. A bit of a shame how it has to look, but what I can do then is I just cut you, so we don't need you even, not like that at least. And then I can just kind of cut. Yeah, cut it to be like that. So these. So this we don't need. So now I can just do. There we go. Yeah. So you're coming, right? Speak of the... what the fudge? How is there silver ore in there? What? I think that was some leftovers. So what I can do is I do a better train drop off, like so. And then I just copy this basically. Yeah, one of those things is indeed not like the other. I actually just copy like this. One space in between. And then just connect them up with wire. And now I can make this low density structure. It's stacked to like 7.6k, so we can make this minus 10. Oh, not 100, 10, and then we do minimum and maximum is 3. There we go. And now it will work. Yeah, see, now it'll work. Copy, so just copy you over. And there we go. And now I need to have like a, well... So, now comes the fun part. So this all needs to go into the rocket silo. It's equal parts of 5 different components. So I'll probably design it roughly here. Where's my rocket silo? Where's my rocket silo? There it is. So it's not the biggest thing ever. Yeah, because it wants more than one train, but there's only one. See, it's the transport with this is so low. No train transports. 23 and 3. Yeah, because there's only 2 in the depot. And with your length, your maximum set at 2. Yeah. Anyway, so something like this. Let's see, yeah. And the rocket engines are here. Just kind of good, I guess. They're not used for anything else, though, right? No, they're used for a rocket body, technically speaking. So what I can do, though, this is more than fast enough. So I just kind of remove all of you. You're full of my rocket body. And just move you here. And then what I can do is I can copy you. And this will give us 3 belts, which I really will only need 2. Well, in fact, do I need 2? I only need 1, really, don't I? Let's start with 1 of each, because we have 6 belts here and 5 components. So we'll start with 1 belt of each. Because then I can always easily add a second rocket silo. And yes, there is no kill like overkill. As you should all well know by now. Productivity. And now we have to hook up everything else. So, first of all, batteries. So what I can do is I can just kind of do this, and it'll like combine all of the inputs into one because of the thing. So that'll be fairly easy to do. That's our second component. Wait, what? Oh yeah, crap, we needed you for the satellite. We still need you, but not here. Because we need computers. And LDS. I will actually do something with these. I'll probably merge them all into something. Were you hoping for me to not see that? What a cruel guy. One second. Okay, that was my mom. She's right here. And I'm being picked up for Christmas stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can very, very quickly finish this. Which shouldn't take that long in theory. So So I'm just gonna forgo the whole do multiple belts. And just forgo the whole multiple belts thing just so I can finish this in time. Because I also need to grab some stuff. Questioning if any of your mods made battery-powered rockets. Put a hole in the lithium, it does work. Yeah, exactly. That's not how engines work? I mean, I'm only a scientist, how would I know? Yeah. So that's that. Now we need LES. So I'll just merge 2 of these. I'll just do a lazy 3-belt merge. Not how you should normally do a 3-belt merger, but oh well. That should, in theory, be the last component we need. Jesus Christ, I've spent hundreds of hours on this save, and I'm finally gonna build rocket components. It feels kind of weird. It feels very weird, in fact. Doesn't matter when all 3 belts come from the same warehouse anyway. Throughput of thingamajig. Throughput of one single inserter could in theory be limiting won't be an issue though. I think I tested theoretical throughput of one of these, like with this kind of setup. It is stupid. Like really, really stupid. And that is, so in theory we only need to leave a single gap for a satellite to be in. So no, actually we're gonna need to leave one side open for well, you know what I mean. The look, it's done. I'm gonna launch one without cargo just to launch it. And actually, can I quickly make a satellite computer? What do I need that I don't have right now? Do I have radar 4? I have radar 4. What do I need? What do I need? Come on, let me make one. Rocket control, low density, all the stuff I have here. Is that all my rocket fuel gone? Damn it. LDS. Do I need LDS for a satellite? Yeah, 100. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8. A fish, actually, you know what? A fish is applicable. That sounds about right. Let's put in a fish and let's launch a rocket. This is the culmination of about 500 hours of work. And I find, okay, that's a bit more. It's like 350. Oh, finally built the rocket. 368 hours. No, I want to use space science at least. Have it set up proper. We only killed 20,000 big spitters. It's so much. God. No SpaceX in this mod. So how long does it last for you to start rebuilding? I want to see how long it takes for... it's just almost done. There's just not enough rocket fuel, which is weird. Oh. Oh no, I see the issue. It seems like some of my... yeah, seems like something messed up here. Yeah, I'll need to go catch that one. Alright, I'm gonna leave this to run for a little bit, because I just wanna... Yeah. Well, that would explain why it wasn't coming, because the, it was waiting there, and it times out after like 2 minutes. There we go. So... I'm gonna go there anyway to fix a few things, and then I need to go. Because what's happening is there's not enough... it says, oh, there's only one to do here. It's like, no, there's like... We're gonna have like 5 trains or so waiting here. Number trains 5. Oh, look, another one. It's double sized, just like the other one. So I could, in theory, just add another one here. I'll probably do that later. For now, though, we have another rocket done. Rocket in... Just send that into space. Anyway. Put in another fish. Launched it. Go enjoy this. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching the stream. I will see you guys later because I want to add in space science proper. So until then, have a good evening and I'll see you after Christmas. So, hope you have a nice Christmas as well and see you later. Don't sleep while driving. No, I just want to see how quickly. It's just there's just no rocket fuel. It's immediate. Wait, what? There is oh god. Belt full of bars. Yeah, you're right. Didn't see. It's done again. It's great. This will be amazing. I can get so many rocket launches here out of this. All right, cheers.